Another name for non-duality is oneness, of course. Now, oneness of what? Oneness of everything. That oneness includes everything in your experience. Meaning that when this oneness happens, there is not two. There is no subject-object. There is not this body separated from the rest. There is just one block, as Nisargadatta likes to say. Just one block. One thing, one block that has no parts. And this is very important. It has no parts means that if you begin to name the things that are in this oneness, in this one block, you separate the objects from the background, and then you create multiplicity immediately. So how multiplicity happens? Multiplicity happens as a result of dividing this one block into many. How? By naming, by giving names to things in your own mind, and by thinking. So actually, we could say that oneness is reality, and multiplicity is based on imagination, is based on thoughts. So if you want to find reality, you need to find oneness, right? So what are the benefits of finding this oneness and how you can approach it? That's what I will try to explain here. The benefits are immense because in that oneness, there is happiness, there is joy, there is bliss, and I would say most important, there is love. This oneness brings feelings of love for everything. Conversely, cultivating love for everything brings the experience of oneness. So that's the correlation between these two things. Feelings of love leads to oneness if you cultivate love in your life, and cultivating oneness leads to love. So how you can cultivate oneness? Because there are many religions and spiritual paths that will teach you how to cultivate love. And it's a good thing, obviously, to cultivate love, because love will lead you to oneness. At the same time, you can approach the issue from the opposite perspective, meaning how can I cultivate oneness? It's not the opposite, it's actually the end result of love is oneness. So you begin for the end result, and then your mind, body, organism naturally begins to experience also love. So you can cultivate oneness. How you can cultivate oneness? Well, this has been explained in the literature. For example, in The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. He uses the pointer now. The pointer now is to bring you here and now to this present moment, to this one block, to this oneness, where there is no future, no past, and no parts, and there is just oneness. So the pointer this is pointing to this right here, this environment, which includes this body, right? So you use the pointer this, you tell yourself the word this, and you follow the pointer. If you don't follow the pointer, obviously, it will do nothing for you. Following the pointer means to go in the direction that the pointer is pointing to. Is pointing to this, to oneness. So you follow that, and if you follow it correctly, you will begin to experience no mind, no thinking, at least the mind will quiet enough so that you can begin to have a sense of this block of oneness. And as you keep using the pointer as a spiritual practice, then you will notice that it's bringing happiness to your life, and at the same time it's triggering feelings of love. It's developing your heart, so to speak. You feel more connected to everything. And of course, that's what oneness is about. It's the ultimate connection, the ultimate connectivity. So I hope this helps you to move towards non-duality, towards oneness, and leave behind the illusions of the mind, which is creating this multiplicity. Just take time during the day to have a walk and practice the pointer this, or sitting down and practice the pointer this and follow the pointer until you begin to feel that, yes, this is so easy, it's not rocket science. You can experience this oneness more and more gradually. In the beginning will be little, but it will go on increasing. Just do it in a relaxed way. Don't turn this into a rigid discipline, okay? The next aspect of oneness is that it triggers at some point, the more it manifests in your life, it triggers awakening. Awakening is the realization that you are not there, that you're not here, that there is no one here, that the me, the I, is a story, another story of the mind, because it comes from labeling, right? Naming this mind-body organism as me. Another label. When you go into oneness, there is no two, and that's reality. So the me, the I, is a story. It's not real. This entity that is supposed to be here inside this mind-body organism looking at the world and becoming aware of the world doesn't exist. It exists, this totality, this oneness, this one block that has no parts. So this practice of oneness leads to feelings of love and also leads to awakening. At some point it will dawn on you that what I just said is true. It will not be just an intellectual understanding, but you will kind of realize it. Yeah, it's an insight. Oh, sure, there is no one here, there is just this. It's pretty obvious, right? So this practice of oneness leads to the greatest spiritual gifts, awakening and love. In the same way, you can approach awakening through nothingness, through the no thing, through pure awareness. For this purpose, to approach it this way, you can check a protocol called the Awakening Protocol, which is a 3-hour session that can help you to trigger the awakening. My experience was that I was very close. I knew I was at the edge of awakening, but it was not happening. So I heard a teacher saying that in his tradition, the awakening happens in connection with a teacher, in a one-on-one connection. And I said to myself, wow, this is the one thing I haven't tried. So I connected with a teacher. His name is Jim Driver, and we began to have sessions one-on-one. And it took a while, but the awakening happened. After that, I developed a systematic method to wake up, to help others experience the same, because it's invaluable. It's invaluable to attain awakening. It frees you from this illusion of the me, which is a curse in your life, really. It makes you think about you all the time, and it creates untold amounts of suffering. So in working with this teacher, the awakening happened, and through the awakening protocol that I created later, I have been able to help other people experience the same, and it would be really a joy to help you to wake up too if you need it. You may not. Everybody's different. You may be smarter, and you may wake up just by watching videos, and you will find many of my videos that can at least bring you to that edge. But sometimes that little push at the end can happen through the help of a teacher. So in that case, look for a link below this video to the Awakening Protocol, and consider giving me a call. It would be a pleasure to help. It's always a great joy to help others to wake up. Bye.